Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, PKA against Shanks for the Part 2 Film Red Celebration is in full swing to get your hands on the new PKA Gordon character. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my particular playthroughs and how I'm sort of tackling this particular PKA with a team that does not use any UTA, any new batch, any Fuji Kizaru, and should be able to clear level 100 plus fairly comfortably, possibly level 150 to be honest. But we're going to start with the mini boss fights, and if you guys have been around the channel for a little while, you guys will know that, well, from last season I guess really, because Momo's fairly new, but I do like to take on the mini boss fights with double Momo captains. Now, utilizing double Momo allows you to get so much extra XP. You can use double Marco too if you want to, but double Momo works exceptionally well because Momo is actually boosted at the moment. He gives you a 75% chance at an extra drop, and that way you can just build up your turtles very, very quickly as well. Obviously, in the latest stages, you're not going to be able to get the turtles as fast, and if you guys want to try and maximize your accounts for this particular game mode, make sure to check out my early auto strat video that I did release yesterday. Basically, what you want to do is you want to keep every boss at like level 20 to 59. Anywhere in that range should suffice. And basically just farm out the lowest and easiest stages with the most amount of point boosters that you have. That way you can get to the 500 turtles, get the maximum rewards, and then just make your way up to level 150 as you go through. Now, the way that I like to do it, like I said, I like to use Momo teams on these mini boss fights. And then I like to get to level 150 as quick as possible for you guys to showcase some teams. But majority of your turtle farming will come from these mini boss fights. So if you guys want to get there faster and you're looking at getting more turtle gains, make sure to bring as many boosters as possible. Even under Momo though, we are bringing Gear 5 is the double drop, Yamato is a 1 drop, and YP Marco is a guaranteed 1 drop. And then with Kid Law and the double Momos, we have a 75% chance extra drops there. So you can get a lot of turtles, but the EXP is the main reason we're here. I don't like grinding it in the regular game, and this is the best place to do it. As you guys saw against Maha, it's very easy to just hit the auto button and just let it rock, but with Momo and his end of turn damage, he does actually work a little bit nicer if you don't use autos. So against Big Mom, we're actually going to be doing that. Now, as these PKAs do go along, the gimmicks and the stages do become very, very annoying, to be honest. They are getting much harder, and this particular PKA, especially, is way more challenging than some of the other PKAs that we've seen. There's just a lot of extra gimmicks, a lot of annoying gimmicks like captain swaps, blow away, all that nasty stuff that no one really likes dealing with. So when they do obviously move out of their rotation as the main boss, they do go into the mini boss. Now, this is a big reason why you want to keep your bosses at a low level, somewhere around no higher than 59, but I do know a lot of people like to farm it out on level 20. At level 20, there are like no debuffs, there's no attack downs, there's no thresholds, there's nothing at all, and it's very easy to build an auto team for that. However, at level 59, if you do have an established account, it's very easy to just auto it anyway. I like to keep it around 59 just because it's easier for my brain, and if I ever do want to sort of do content on these these mini boss fights later down the line, they're always available for me. However, this is like I said, it's a great place to not only farm EXP for Marco and Momo teams, but it's a terrific place to actually build up turtles. Remember, the mini boss fights, especially after you hit level 100, you can actually take both mini boss fights on, and when you do that, you get a lot of turtle gains, like a lot of turtles for your account to not only get to the milestones of the Chopper Man and the PK rewards, but you can also get a lot of extra turtles just to level your characters up. Remember, farming out these materials is going to be beneficial for your account for not only these rewards, but actually just bolstering the arsenal that you have in your box. Unfortunately, I do believe PKA would be better suited if it was tailored around Super Cola and Cola more than the turtle idea, and then keep the point farming turtle event every single month as well. But I do understand the devs probably have a lot on their plate. I don't like that excuse, but look, it's an excuse nonetheless. And they've tried to wedge them into one, so that way they don't have to make as much content, and they don't have to release as many free-to-play characters. But look, this Gordon's very, very good. I would highly recommend getting him, especially if you manage to pull the new UTA. He's going to be very, very good for UTA teams. Plus, it's going to be really, really good for regular Gear 5 teams. 6-star Gear 5 can really benefit from this particular character, as one of the downsides to that unit was actually cooldowns, and this Gordon character can give like 4 turns of cooldowns purely to one unit. being your captain, and like that'll work in your favor, something fierce. So that was the mini bosses. As you guys saw, like you can auto it, you can tap, do whatever you like. That team that I used basically works for both. Basically, slap on double Momo, run as many boosters as you can, and just send it to the hills. Let's move on to the actual fight now. Alright, so we made it to level 90. I did get a little bit higher, but I was testing some teams for you guys, and they didn't exactly go to plan. But the team that you're about to see should be able to complete level 100 plus. And honestly, it has a good chance of actually doing the damage to level 150. I'm going to take it all the way to the end and see how we go. But the team looks a little bit like this, with a friend captain versus Whitebeard. First, Whitebeard works exceptionally well as he resists the blowaway mechanic, making him very valuable for this particular piece of content. But that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, you do need Gear 5, 6 plus as your captain, so that way you can bring Whitebeard and Marco as a sub. However, if you didn't super evolve your Gear 5, you can try and use just the regular Gear 5. It should work, to be honest. But if you do that, please let me know in the comment section below and see how that goes. Now, on turn 1 and 2, you do want to try and farm out a tandem orb. After level 100, there is a 2-tap tandem barrier that Yasop puts up. But Whitebeard actually makes it very easy to get tandem orbs. Now, you can stall here, just sort of tap away on one unit to build that up, because you're going to guarantee your second one with the swap ability of Jumanji. You can also use the Jumanji swap as well every single turn, and that way you're going to guarantee more tandem orbs with their adjacent ability with their super swap. So getting the 2 it's not going to be a problem for this team. It might just take a little bit longer than what you see for level 80 to 100. You get blowaway on the Yasop stage as well for the bottom row. Again, that's what makes Whitebeard so good. And as you guys notice, as you guys probably notice, I have been hitting my perfects, so that way Whitebeard is actually building up his versatility. Now, on the 4th stage against Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo, they actually give you a captain swap. They also give you special bind, attack down, and put up damage reduction, give you a full board of block orbs, and actually lock them. Now, if you're not bringing UTA, and as you guys can see, this is a no new batch team, so if you're not bringing UTA, or obviously Fuji and Kizaru, it's very challenging to get around that blowaway and that captain swap. Now, UTA has the ability to just avoid it by swiping down, with her super type, I believe she has, and that way you can just get around the captain swap mechanic. But with this team, you need to make sure that you switch into Momo. If you don't, you just close the app and reopen it, and make sure Momo is in the middle right-hand spot, so that way Momo will always become your captain. The reason we want this to happen is because we are stalling a turn here, and if you stall a turn, Ben Beckman will actually bind you. So Momo just avoids the bind completely. Plus, him as captain can get around the block orbs because he can use his super type, so that way you actually get access to a full board of Wano slots, giving you a super type as well, which is awesome. Then you can use his special to remove the attack down and the damage reduction. Otama will remove the special bind, and then you can use the Jumanji special to give you 3 turns of an orb buff. Now, on the final stage, you can't use an attack boost or an orb boost. If you do, you get a full board of super block slots. Now, with Gear 5, 6 plus, that's not a huge problem, because you can use his Super EX. But this team doesn't have access to the Super EX. On the final stage, you will get 6 turns of Special Bind, 10 turns of Despair as well, which Whitebeard can actually get around, which works out quite nicely. Shanks has Resilience, and, yeah, he just does a whole bunch of really annoying shit, to be honest. On the final stage, we're going to switch with Whitebeard and Marco. We're going to use the Whitebeard Marco special to remove the Special Binds. We're going to use the Versatility of Whitebeard to give us Color Affinity. We're going to use the Gear 5 special to increase the attack boost. And then we can actually utilize the Whitebeard special. Now, my friend Captain Whitebeard, shout out to Tony, is actually Limit Break expanded. So I actually managed to get his cooldowns just naturally because of that 1 turn of stall. However, if you don't find a Limit Break expanded friend, you probably want to stall 1 turn, so that way you get the chain boundary effect and you get the rest of the board being tandem slots. As you can see, we do a butt ton of damage here. We don't worry about the remove sound effects. We easily hit Shanks, and then Shanks will hit us for like 40k, I believe. It will go up to 80k, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing, with the level 100 plus. But thanks to Whitebeard and Marco, we give ourselves damage reduction, and we can actually avoid that. So there you guys go. That was a no new batch team. Should work, honestly, all the way up to 150. As you guys saw, there's a lot of damage there. Obviously, you do need 1 turn of like stall on that stage 4, and I'll look at building some more teams in the future to help take down level 150. But let me know what you guys want to see for that moving forward. Let me know in the comment section below. While you're down there, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.